Hey everybody, what's up? This is Daniel Graves from Aesthetic Perfection, and I'm talking to you from my lovely hotel room here in Rhodes, Greece, and I'm here to answer the most interesting questions asked by all of you guys on Facebook. Let's do it. I'm always really hesitant to give in-depth descriptions about or insight into the meaning of songs because what the song means for me is not necessarily what it means for you. And as a fan of music, I can say that it's happened to me a number of times where an artist that I love talks about a certain song and it doesn't mean to them what it meant to me, and it kind of destroys the illusion in a way. And I think that music should be subjective. Art is subjective. People put themselves into the art that they love, and so that doesn't mean that the music doesn't have a real story behind it for me. It always does. Everything that I write is somehow based in an experience that I've had, or dreams or ideas or things like that. But I think that it's important that the music is left subjective enough to be enjoyed by anybody and always open to interpretation. What do I use? I use the same shit as everybody else. I use a computer, I use software, I use my voice, I use whatever. I mean, I think that the tools that people use today are all pretty much the same. I mean, you go to any band and they're all using Pro Tools or Logic or Ableton or whatever. I mean, it's all the same shit in the end. And I think that it's just important for people to find what works for them. I have posted in-depth descriptions in my blog about certain plugins that I use and whatever, but I think that people allow stuff like that to get in the way of their creativity because, really, it just doesn't matter. People need to find what works for them, and you can make an awesome record with any piece of software. There's no doubt about that. So, who gives a shit? I think dubstep is awesome. I think it's a bit silly for everybody to kind of hate on it right now. I guess it's this kind of hipster mentality that what was once underground but is now more mainstream or whatever is all of a sudden uncool. That's just kind of ignorant in my opinion. But from a musician's perspective, I think dubstep has a lot of really cool and fresh ideas, nifty production techniques, stuff that people weren't doing before. And if you're not open to that, I think you're really cutting yourself off. But also, it's important to always stay true to your own goals and your own vision, because if you just kind of jump on the bandwagon, then people are going to recognize that, people are going to realize that, and if you do something like that in a couple years down the line, look back and say, oh, well, I was just trying to ride the coattails of the success of this genre, and yeah, it just it's something to always be mindful of. But to entirely dismiss a genre of music that has definitely something to offer is just really, really ignorant and stupid in my opinion. My favorite horror movie, hands down, is The Shining. To this day, I still think that it is probably one of the most amazing pieces of cinematic art ever made, and it's just, it's not even that gory, it's not even that violent. It's just this tension, this psychological hold that it has over, well, me at least, is yeah, it's unmatched, and Stanley Kubrick was a visionary, an amazing director, and I just don't think that anything will ever top The Shining in terms of terrifying it is. I would never, ever, ever want to be in charge of the record industry. I can't stand it. I really don't give a shit about downloading or piracy or anything like that. I mean, sure, clearly it hurts artists and the money that we can make, but I'm not even from a generation where you made money with records. You know, I grew up with the internet. I grew up with Audio Galaxy and Napster and LimeWire and all of this kind of shit. And, you know, so I don't know anything different. I think that it's this kind of like adapt or die situation. You either find a way to make it work for yourself or you don't. And, yeah, that's just it. I'm gonna say chainsaw. Yeah. Chainsaw. If I knew that I had just one day left, I would spend the first third of it with my loved ones. I would spend the second third of it writing a song about the fact that I'm gonna die and that I know it. And then I would spend the last third of it getting wasted with my friends. The only real advice that I could give to any aspiring musician or DJ is just to always keep in mind why you do it. And hopefully that reason is because you love it. You know, success is an extremely subjective idea, and let me tell you, success it should not be anybody's motivation. Because if you think that you're doing this because you're going to get famous, you're going to get rich, or you're going to get girls, you're not going to last very fucking long. You need to eat, breathe, sleep, live, die your art. That's the only way it's going to be rewarding in any way. So. My favorite tattoo isn't even finished yet. It's my squid. You see him right there? It's kind of hard. But yeah, I really love cephalopods. He's cute though. I actually think that it's really important for artists to have the most eclectic taste as possible, and to gather their influences from as far and wide as possible. Because if you're only drawing influences from your own scene, then you're just kind of doomed to repeat yourself and never come up with anything fresh. I love everything. I love hip-hop, I love classic rock, I love metal, I love industrial, I love dubstep, I like everything, and I think that's the only way to go, so. Naja, ich kann nur zwei Sprachen, Deutsch und Englisch. Die sind beide schlecht. Mein Deutsch ist scheiße, mein Englisch ist scheiße. Boah, es ist furchtbar. Naja, was kann man dagegen machen? Well, I guess that about does it. I just want to thank everybody on the Aesthetic Perfection Facebook page who submitted the questions. I thought this was a really fun and kind of cool experience. I hope you guys liked it too. And I want to remind everybody that the new album, All Beauty Destroyed, comes out on November 8th in the US via Metropolis Records and November 4th via Out of Line in Europe. See y'all soon.
There's no Nothing left for me when all beauty's destroyed. There's nothing left to see once all beauty's destroyed.
Fucking stupid.